Okay, so it seems that there's been a little bit of a situation, this time going on with Zentreya and her latest kind of debut, her new outfit debut, right? Which has caused a little bit of a stir over online, especially with Zen responding to a lot of these things that have been going on, which has been pretty insane. Now, if you don't know, as I said, Zentreya has been kind of debuting her new model, which looks absolutely amazing, by the way. Here it is. It's just a little kind of gif of it that she posted the other day. And yeah, it looks amazing. Obviously, it's a military kind of design, and yeah, it's something that has been in a community for a while with the whole general Zentreya thing. And yeah, it seems like some people, though, have been trying to call her out on this for essentially saying her design looks like a, you know, let's just say World War II Germany design, right? I don't want to say it too much in this video, but you guys can guess exactly what I mean by that. Now, obviously, this is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why people even suggested this in the first place. But again, as you can see, Zen has been responding to this, and the posts have been deleted, but I did get a screenshot of exactly what this person had said. Now, obviously, yeah, this was the original post, which I'm just going to show here. And they say, "You're right, just a coincidence." And that's what they put there, which again was pretty insane. And there was a ton of similar posts like this, where essentially they were likening her design and some of the promotions to her design to, yeah, essentially some yeah, World War II Germany stuff, right? Which I think you guys can really get the idea of. And obviously Zen responds to that saying, "The art piece where we're just walking with a dragon banner like a normal army. No one has an arm up or a red band or anything like that," which is 100% true. I think it is absolutely insane. There's people are even suggesting that this is anywhere near it. Now, sure, I can see why, maybe because of the color theming and things like that with the red and the black and the white, right? People might, you know, kind of associate it a little bit, but it's not obvious at all. You know, if there was something like an armband or some kind of symbol or something like that, right, then of course, then it would be closer. But again, there just isn't any of that, so I don't see any problem with this design whatsoever. It is literally just a military design. Zentreya has a character that has red hair, right? And that's essentially it. Now, it probably doesn't help with the fact that there's similar VTubers that we've covered in the past who literally call themselves those kind of VTubers, right? Who have a very similar color scheme. I think that's probably where a lot of people are also associating that with, so potentially that could also be a factor in it. But yeah, she said, for example, saying, "I think not wanting to be labeled as a Nazi immediately out of the gate would get anyone heated. I've already been put in my apology about how I went about talking the other day, but jumping on board the hate train without even stopping and questioning it shows who you really are." They said, yeah, the art piece where we were just talking with a red dragon banner like a normal army. No one even has an arm up or a red band, lol. Yeah, a lot of people said, everyone jumping on the bandwagon at this point. I see no, yeah, symbols. So what makes this outfit a Nazi outfit, right? And again, it's ridiculous. It's not a thing. It's not anything to do with it. And again, I don't know why people are even bringing this up in the first place. With even people like her manager as well also responding to this kind of stuff, right? Saying, "Just a reminder to all of my fellow geckos, though you may so at times see hate and other negative things said or commented about Zen, this does not in any way give you a license to retaliate or spread hate. You know as well as I that Zentreya has never wanted to spread anything other than love and acceptance. If you retaliate or spread further hate, you're not a true gecko," which 100% is true. And people saying, "A part of me wants to debate the detractors and set the record straight, but arguing on social media is just wasted time and energy. We all know that Zen, and that's all that matters. Haters aren't worth my keyboard energy." They said, "I feel that. I often have the urge to respond to people and give the truth. I was in these conversations. I know what happened. I could 1000% share it," which, yeah, I mean, I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with on the internet, is just kind of taking your hand away from the keyboard and not responding, because again, some people are just so stupid that they won't listen to you, or they are doing it on purpose to essentially try and, you know, I guess rage bait you or whatever to yeah, get you angry and get you arguing with them just for the sake of arguing, rather than actually arguing facts and trying to get your point across. So sometimes it is pretty hard just to kind of like, yeah, just leave it and just be like, okay, you know, there's no point in arguing with this, there's no point wasting my energy on this, which often does happen. Obviously this was one of the clips that came from Zen's stream where she essentially addressed some of the situation, which I kind of wanted to share with you.
"There's no fucking way, dude. Okay, apparently I have to make a statement here, because people are so being woke right now.
Let me speed up a little bit as well.
Apparently people are being so woke right now, so I have to make a statement all of a sudden here. Now."
So yeah, she's pretty angry.
People are
would be
trying to
too,
apparently cancel me. Wow, okay. That's cool. So apparently people are calling me out to saying I'm wearing a Nazi uniform. I'll say it plain and simple. People are calling me a Nazi for my outfit.
That's the whole outfit there, by the way. I don't think I already showed that. I just showed the face.
For apparently having an army. So that's also one thing. And then another thing. So the original artist and designer drew a red armband, which had no significance whatsoever at the time. And think of it like Arknight, I guess. Think of it like Arknights. Or the Melancholy of Haruki Suzumiya, which apparently people didn't see that. And there was no design on the armband whatsoever. But I saw this. I saw this even before. Unfortunately, it's the path me when the first designer drew it out. It slipped past me when the first design was made. I did not see that at the time. Until they started drawing it up for the live 2D model. So then I saw that. And I said, hey, let's go ahead and get rid of that, because I was afraid of the Zix exact situation happening.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it would be a bad idea if that armband did make it to the final model. That would have looked pretty bad. Okay, like I'd just be real. But again, Zen spotted that during the design process and obviously said, hey, you know, let's not add that. We're gonna get a lot of hate for that. And still, she still gets that right. I think it's crazy.
I was afraid of this exact situation happening, by the way.
Yeah.
You are literally textbook
of course,
anime commander, general attire. Like it's not even remotely controversial.
Of course, woke ideology has it where every snowflake has to get hurt by something. Or they have to think, this uniform automatically makes you a fascist or a Nazi. You know what? I don't care what the fuck you think. I'm just calling you out. Stop being little fucking snowflakes. It's a fucking outfit. I'm not wearing a Nazi uniform. And I'm not wearing the fucking armband. So get the dick out of your mouth. Off.
So yeah, obviously that's what she had to say about it. It's quite full of swears there. Obviously, not surprised whenever, you know, she's getting a ton of hate right now from people. But again, you know, people have also pointed out people having a meltdown don't realize that Zen has looked like this before. You know, this was, you know, an older design. And people are freaking out about it right now, which I think is pretty crazy. As well as some people also debating it underneath the post too, including Zen saying, I think, yeah, obviously, as you said, I think not wanting to be labeled as this is a Zen. I'm not jumping on the hate train. I've always looked up to you, but it's hard not to be hurt by this. And if you want to lump me in with other people you've specifically called snowflakes, then I can't stop you. But the words you used specifically were incredibly hurtful to a lot of people. I do understand wanting to defend yourself. You have every right to. I've seen this happen time and time again with large creators. The second they start talking, that's a downhill from there, and I don't want to see it happen again with another person lots of people admire and look up to. If you apologize for it, I genuinely have no issue, but I hadn't seen at the time of posting, and like many others, genuinely sad about what had been said, which obviously, yeah, it seems like they were offended by the snowflakes comment, which I think is pretty crazy. I'm gonna be honest, it's just a word. Let's be real. They say I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because you genuinely sound sincere. If there's anybody telling you horrible things, they're masking being in my community and using a troll account, and I don't condone them. If I made a tweet or something, it's just going to make people want more and more when I've said what I've said. Where I said it previously in front of everyone on stream to fix that, and I hope you go and see my sincerity and words. I do not condone anything but love. They said your file is Twitter. Unfortunately, at your size, it's hard to police who replies once you do. No stress. I really am sorry though. I had no idea that you already apologized. I don't think you're a bad person. For clarification, you've done a lot for VTubing. I'd be an asshole to just go at you like that. I was just upset, but yeah, if anything, I let my emotions get the better of me. Gonna take the post down now, and once again, I'm genuinely sorry for jumping the gun. I said I appreciate your kindness and able to make your own decisions. It's important now than ever to take a look at the big big picture, more than people spreading lies and pushing the agenda of hate. I get it too. We live in a scary time. For this moment, just only read my words. Trust in me whenever I say I only ever spread love. And when I get mad, I turn the brain off and I'm acting out of frustration. I'm sorry if the words did hurt you or anyone, knowing that my community has always accepted so many loving people who extended that to others. You as well, sure. Even when I turned my response, I wasn't angry. It hurt me, just as I felt I hurt you. Bring humans means we try our best to understand someone's situation on all sides, and I appreciate you seeing mine. Thank you. So yeah, obviously, yeah, that's pretty crazy. They say we already have enough hate in the space. Mad at myself that I jumped the gun. So yeah, obviously, it seems like they've worked it out from that original post, which was deleted, right? But I do think a lot of this kind of outrage behind Zentreya's model is absolutely ridiculous. I do think a lot of people are getting heated over nothing. And obviously, it seems like Zen is very frustrated about this happening as well, as it seems like she tried to actively avoid something like this from popping up. But as I said, I feel like it was pretty inevitable that this was going to happen. Whenever the model first came out, I did actually take a look on debut day, right, to see if there's anybody commenting this kind of stuff on the Twitter search, because again, it's these things where like it just becomes so obvious that people are going to try to call this stuff out or whatever when it's not the actual case, right? And well, it seems like it did happen, and yeah, now everybody has been talking about it quite a bit, which I think is pretty crazy. But overall, you know, I think that, you know, Zentreya has done a great job and, you know, responding to a lot of the stuff that's been going on. Again, she shouldn't be apologetic for anything. She hasn't done anything wrong there. And also, yeah, I think the model looks great. I think it's going to be great. And hopefully, yeah, she'll continue using it. And the people that are annoyed at her, well, they can continue to be annoyed at her and just kind of, you know, leave the community in general, because again, I think it is pretty ridiculous that people are so mad at this. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.